I'm at the range to try out the bullets that Mike Treen sent to me. The Lyman 3118 that I loaded in a video a couple days ago in the backyard with a Lee loader. We used 6 grains of bullseye, which was the red 039 Lee dipper. And I did some testing on the lead of these bullets, and I ran it through the Lee lead tester, and they had about a 62 thousandths dimple, which makes them about 13.4 BHN. So I'm at 25 yards. We'll run 5 of them on the target and see if I get any kind of group. These bullets were about 314 in diameter. I just left them that diameter, pan lubed them with a 50/50 beeswax Alox mix with a Lee pan lube kit. We'll see how they do. 25 yards, bench and bags. See if I can get a group of some sort here. I don't know how they'll shoot. And I'm shooting at a pistol target. I think the center is about 3 inches, maybe 4 inches. I'll hold right in the middle of the black. So I can't see it at this distance, so I'll just shoot another. These are really light, like a gallery plinking load. Alright, shot number 3. It's got that wonderful smell of beeswax and Alox. Sure, most of the viewers have seen the rifle before. This is a 1891 Argentine Mauser. It's in the Engineer Carbine configuration with the front bands to accommodate the bayonet mount and the sling. It's got the sling on it, the side mount in the back. This one came from Recon Ordnance in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. The bore is really poor. You can see rifling in it, but it's not in very good shape at all, so it's probably going to be a low velocity cast bullet shooter. I don't want to change the barrel. The barrel matches the receiver. This rifle actually has a lot of matching number parts, and I really like the rifle, so it's okay that it doesn't have a very good bore. We'll just play with it for what it is. Very gentle with this light load of bullseye. And these bullets are right around, I think, 118 grains, if I remember correctly. The concept of this short-range gallery load, in the other video I talked about, it's an old C.E. Harris article about cast bullets for military rifles, and it talks about, you know, different load parameters for different purposes, and he talks about around 5 grains of bullseye for a gallery load with a bullet roughly this weight. So we're right in the ballpark, a little warmer with 6 grains of bullseye. Well, there's the first 5. I'll walk down and look at the target and see if we got any kind of a group out of it. Well, I only see 4 of the 5 that I shot. I've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. I don't know if I shot at the wrong target or if it was that far to the right. I'd like to think that I simply shot at the wrong target, but it's possible that I sprayed it over there. I'll get a magic marker and put a tick mark by these, and then I'll shoot another group of 5 and we'll see how it goes. Well, the target's all marked from the first group. We'll go ahead and give it another go and see if it's similar. All right, there's the second group of 5. Got hit by a couple of raindrops. I got a cloud flying over here that's spitting a little bit. Nothing serious. My guess is that Mauser's seen a little bit of water before, maybe even some really hot water. So let's go down and look at the second group and see if I made any progress. Well, that's a little better, but still struggling a little bit. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, which that's plenty acceptable, but then I have another one over here. And I think I was aiming at the correct target and I just happened to spray it. So we're gonna have to mark these up and run another group and see what happens. Well, still got a tiny bit of spitting rain, but it looks to me like this cloud's gonna pass and there's more blue in the sky than there are clouds, so I'm gonna run another group. If we can call those groups. So I'm gonna make sure I'm holding on that left target. I'm pretty sure I was. I'm gonna change my hold a little bit lower. I was favoring the center of the black. I think I'm going to hold down towards 6 o'clock a bit. Okay, 2 more left in this group. Last one. Let's see how we do. Well, it was a much better performance that time. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's a little bit better. We kept them all on the left target. That's progress. Let's try again. Okay, we'll try the last group of 5. See what we come up with. All right, one left. Let's see if it'll come up out of the magazine. I haven't tried that with this bullet yet. It's down in the magazine. Oh yeah, chamber's fine. Okay. go down, take a look at how those 5 flew. Well, I can only account for, I think, 3 out of that group. 1, 2, 3. One in the middle of those 2. And yeah, it's looks like we have some inconsistency, and I just noticed, and I don't know if it was there before or if it happened in this group, but I've got something way up here, way far over from my point of aim, and it almost looks like it might be a little bit sideways. And then if you look closely at these 2 that hit on this target, they look like they were, oh, maybe not perfectly straight flying, so I may have a bit of a stabilization issue with my worn bore. These have nice round holes here, so the ones that are going where I point them seem to be the stable ones. So out of my 20 rounds, how many can I account for? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and then the one way up here, I think that's only 1, 17. So at least 3 of them are gone. I don't know if they're low, high, left, who knows, but maybe try a little bit more powder. I say that the bore is very worn on this rifle and has some rust pitting and whatnot, so I don't expect it to be a tremendous shooter, but then again, we're only at 25 yards. So yeah, maybe come up on the charge a little bit and see if that'll help. I don't think sizing them will help. They were at 314, the bore is worn, so I would think that smaller would be worse, but something to think about. At a viewer's request, I did save 3 for the chronograph. This was supposed to be a non-technical presentation with some plinking rounds with a Lee loader, but because I like to accommodate requests, we'll chronograph these last 3 and see what kind of velocity we're getting with this cast bullet and 6 grains of bullseye. About 4 feet from the center of the chronograph. That says 379 feet per second. And 74 feet per second. .367 feet per second. That's pretty slow. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but that's pretty slow. For you mushroom hunters out there, I just found these laying in the berm. They're from the 1891 Argentine Engineer Carbine, the Mike Treen Lyman 3118 bullet. Even at those very, very low velocities, we did get a little bit of expansion there, even just into the dirt of the backstop. This one here, a little bit of distortion, not quite as dramatic as this other. I'm sure I could find a fair amount more of them. I didn't feel like digging in the dirt, but that's what they looked like afterwards. And that was at, what, about 13.4 BHN. So even at that low velocity, they do distort. So, we didn't print bench rest quality groups. I did have a lot of fun. We had a little bit of rain. We lived through it. Say thanks again to Mike Treen for sending me the bullets. Once again, these were the Lyman 3118, and they were loaded in accordance somewhat with the C.E. Harris writing of cast bullets for military rifles. We had 6 grains of bullseye. These were about 314. The hardness was about 13.4, and it was pretty slow velocities. So maybe I'll come up a little bit in the load, maybe look at Trail Boss, play with that a little bit. Maybe a little faster will stabilize a little better. So thanks everybody for watching, and thanks Mike Treen for sending me the bullets. For everyone that stuck around, there's bonus footage. We're going to try the .45 Colt Skeeter Beater William C. Chapin Improved. 200 grains of number 8 shot. We'll see how the mosquito fares today. Well, that was about 7 or 8 paces away. I think it patterned a little bit lower and more left than I anticipated. Not a lot though. It's you know, the furthest one that I see up here is about there. There's one there, a couple there. Some did spray way over here in the other targets, but only a couple of strays. But the majority is about right there, so that's not bad. Down here a couple, but I didn't get a ton on the mosquito, but there is a nice pattern right here, so maybe my hold needed to be a little bit more high and right.